In this video, we're gonna go over the 5 healthy foods that you should be avoiding if you're trying to cut weight. Okay, so let's get started with this list. But before we get started, let me introduce myself. My name is Sharo. I'm a fat loss fitness expert with tons and decades of experience and blah blah blah. Okay, the logic behind this list is calories. Okay, when you're trying to cut, when you're trying to lose weight, calories are important, of course, and calories are scarce. You don't have infinite amount of calories, you just have a set amount of calories that you have to be very diligent about where you allocate those calories. Okay, you can just throw 1,000 calories to a meal because then you have no other calories left for the rest of the day. Okay, so you have to be very careful with what you eat. Calories, when you're dieting, is like money. If I give you an apple and charge you $100 for this apple, maybe you'll think twice before buying it. Now, if you're a millionaire or a billionaire, maybe you won't mind buying this apple. Okay, so it's the same thing with calories. When you don't care about calories, it's like you have abundance in calories, so you don't care what you eat calorie-wise. But when you're trying to cut, you have to be very careful where you spend your calories. Okay, so that's out of the way. Let's get started with the list. Number 1 healthy food that you should be avoiding: rice cakes. Okay, so what people do when they're trying to get healthy, cut some weight, lose some fat, get ripped for the summer, get the beach body. Well, they go to the supermarket, they check the aisle, they go to the bio section, and they take some soy milk and they see the rice cakes and they're like, yeah, that's healthy, and they grab that as well. No, big mistake. Okay, why? The rice has 2 good things about it. Okay, it's not the holy grail of bodybuilding that some people make it to be. It's just rice. Rice is rice. It's just a source of carb. It's not bad, it's not good, it's just rice. Okay, for me, the 2 good things about rice are: 1, it doesn't have taste. Why that's a good thing? Because you can't overeat on rice. Okay, think about it. You can eat like a ton of rice, you just eat like a small bowl and you're fine. It's not like eating pasta or other refined sugary stuff, right? You don't hear people often talking about overeating on rice. It doesn't really happen. Okay, so why? Because it's tasteless. It doesn't have really any taste. So for me, that's a benefit when you're trying to cut. Okay, 2, second benefit is that it has low calories for its volume, because when you cook it, it absorbs water. Water doesn't have calories, so when you're eating it, you know, it's like raw. It's for 100 grams, it's 350 calories, and then when you cook it, it's 1-to-1, like 100 calories, 100 grams ish. Okay, depending on how you cook it. Now, that's a good thing. Okay, it gets bigger in volume, gets you stuffed. Okay, and then you're fine. You don't need to eat more. That's good. 2 good things about rice: tasteless, doesn't have water. Now, what's a rice cake? Well, a rice cake is a dehydrated rice, so all the water is out. The one good thing about it is now gone, and the second good thing about it, which is tasteless, is that now it actually tastes amazing. It has a ton of sodium and a bunch of stuff in it, and it tastes amazing. So you actually easily overeat on rice cakes. Okay, and you buy like a pack, and before you know it, you've gone through all of it, and then you check the calories and you've eaten like 1,200 calories without even noticing. Okay, so rice cakes, a big no. Now let's go to the next one: peanut butter. Okay, I'm pleading guilty of eating too much peanut butter. When I first started out, I was like, I did the same thing as I was making fun of before. I just went to the supermarket. I was like, okay, let's check what's healthy and tasty, and I was like, oh, peanut butter, that's healthy and tasty, so I'll grab it, and I grabbed it, and then I started eating it and putting it everywhere, like into my yogurt, to my sandwiches. I would do like all these peanut butter jelly sandwiches and stuff. That was until one day I checked the back of the jar, and I saw the label of the calories, and it was like, I was shocked. I was like, 600 calories per 100 grams, and then I thought about it, and I was eating like half a jar each day, so that was like 1,200 calories easily that I was eating, and I didn't even feel like I'm eating it. Okay, so peanut butter, when that's good, when you haven't, like, you have a gain weight problem, not a weight loss problem. Okay, that's when you eat peanut butter. With rice cakes, when you're trying to gain weight and you can't, when you're trying to lose weight, peanut butter is a big no. Okay, next one to the list is sandwiches, and more specifically, sandwiches out, like Subway sandwiches. Okay, why that's not good? Well, I can show you two different sandwiches side to side and ask you how many calories are in each one, and you would be massively wrong. Okay, one sandwich may have 350 calories, and the other one, which looks identical, may have 1200 calories. Why? Because it depends on the stuff you put in it. Like, it could be a whole egg or egg whites. It could be no oil with oil. It could be fried stuff, no non-fried stuff. It could be mayo. It could be mayo light. Okay, all these things. It's like 50 calories here, 100 there. It makes a huge difference. Okay. Now me, Sharo, this cool guy, this expert, this guy that coaches everybody. Do I avoid eating out? No. I eat out every day or every other day, but I've been doing this for a long time. Okay, now I can look at the food and find out and feel how many calories it has. I became an expert at it. Okay, it happens. You can do it as well, but it takes time. Now, to make it easier on you, just avoid eating out, especially sandwiches. Okay, when you're eating out, play it safe. Vegetables and like meat. Okay, and that's it. Now, until like you get your stuff together and you can actually experiment. When you're ripped and you're lean and you look good, and then you just have to maintain your weight, and you can even like eat more, and you get to eat more, then you can actually experiment and see and eat foods and see how they fluctuate your weight or not. Okay, so yeah, at that point you can experiment. You can get to that level, especially if like you have a coach or something. But now, right now, just make it easy on you. Just avoid stuff from outside. Okay, now let's get on to the next one, which is bread, but not every bread. I'm fine with bread. Bread is actually pretty cool. People make it out to be the devil for some reason, but bread is pretty cool. It's like that you have the dough. Okay, let's say this is 350 calories, and then the dough like puffs up and becomes like bread, right? And it's like all this is now 350 calories. That's not bad in my books. It's like big in volume, lower in calories. That's fine. Now, can you eat like a ton of bread and not gain any weight? Of course not. You have to be mindful and take care of your portions, okay? Slice of bread or two here or there won't make a difference or a problem, won't cause a problem in your weight loss regimen. Okay, now, let's take this a step further. People think white bread is the devil, and for some reason brown bread or like all these different breads like Ezekiel bread and like they're all these weird looking breads, those breads are cool. Okay, no, that's not the case. It's the exact same thing. It's white, it's brown, it's blue, red. It's not important. Calories are calories. It has the exact same calories. Okay, now if you're eating a ton of bread, white bread, and you just switch that to brown bread and expect something to happen, you'll be disappointed. Okay, now let's go down to the next one, which might surprise some of you and make you a little bit disappointed, honestly. The fifth and last thing in my list is actually protein, whey protein. Okay, now why? Every food that you eat, that you put in your mouth, has consists of those three things: carbs, fats, and proteins. Okay, now when you take like a fatty food, let's say olive, and you process that a ton and you get olive oil, right? They say it's bad, and then you cook that olive oil and they say it's bad there. Okay, it's worse. So why? Because you have processed that thing a ton. Okay, now let's take like sugar. You take carbs, you process the carbs, you get sugar. People say sugar is bad. So sugar is bad, fats are bad, oils are bad. And then you take protein, you take milk, and you process it a ton, and you get protein. And people say, oh, that's holy grail, that's epic, that's the best thing ever. No, it's actually not. Okay, that's not the case. We have to actually be unbiased. Okay, so with the same logic that we say sugar is bad, oil is bad, protein is not the best thing in the world in powdered form. Meaning that you shouldn't probably be eating 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 scoops per day. Okay, 1 scoop or 2 scoops are just fine. Now, another negative of eating protein powder when you're dieting is that it's actually high in calories, and it's a liquid, so you shouldn't be drinking calories when you're dieting. And when you're getting a protein shake down, that's liquid. Okay, so avoid protein shakes. Also avoid putting protein in your foods. If you're making pancakes or whatever, people just throw protein at it. Why add extra calories? Okay, just eat the thing without the protein and it'll be less calories and it'll taste actually better. Okay, so that's the first thing, fifth thing in the list. And yeah, if you've been making any of those mistakes, now you know better, and you won't be doing them anymore. So that was the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, because I'm sure I really did. Now, if you want to get coached by me, go ahead, click the link below and just fill out your stuff, and we'll get in touch, we'll get on the phone, I'll help you out, and we'll see if you're a good fit. And then hopefully maybe one day we'll even get to work together. Okay, so that was the video. I hope you really enjoyed it. Click the link below, and also hit like and subscribe, and tell me what you want to see next, because I'll take it into consideration, because we're like a super small audience, so I can actually cater to every stuff you guys throw at me. Okay, now when I get famous and I get like millions of subscribers, I won't be able to do that. So take advantage of that, and see you in the next video. Peace out.